In South Dakota are damages to punish, known as punitive damages, allowed when negligence is the cause of wrongful death? That was the question in the consolidated plane crash cases. In this case, 3 persons were killed in an airplane crash in the year 2000. Lawsuits were filed in federal district court in South Dakota. Representatives of the estates of the victims sued Cessna, the manufacturer, as well as other defendants, including the engine builder. Several questions were raised in the case, including whether the plaintiffs could seek punitive damages for the wrongful deaths. The question for the federal judge was to determine the interplay between the law which allows imposition of punitive damages and other statutes which create a cause of action for wrongful death. The South Dakota Supreme Court had not yet decided whether punitive damages were recoverable as part of a wrongful death claim. So the federal judge was required to predict how South Dakota's Supreme Court would decide the matter. How would you decide this case? Are punitive damages permitted in a wrongful death case under the law of South Dakota? We'll be back in a moment to answer that question. Does the law permit punitive damages for the wrongful death of another in South Dakota? No, said the federal court, predicting the likely outcome of what a South Dakota Supreme Court would do. As a general matter, punitive damages are recoverable in all actions for damages based upon tortious acts which involve circumstances or ingredients of malice, fraud, insult, or a wanton and reckless disregard of the rights of the plaintiff. However, wrongful death actions are creatures of statute in South Dakota. Those statutes limit the remedies available and provide, in every action for wrongful death, the jury may give such damages as they think proportionate to the pecuniary injury resulting from such death to persons respectively for whose benefit such action shall be brought. The federal court predicted that South Dakota Supreme Court would prohibit the recovery of punitive damages in a wrongful death action. Wrongful death actions did not exist at common law. Wrongful death statutes provide plaintiffs sole remedy and only permit recovery of actual or compensatory damages. The court ruled that an award of punitive damages in a wrongful death claim contradicted the plain meaning of the wrongful death statutes. Remember, it's a matter of law.